in my shower today. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're trying to get this fencing down the backside of the dam and finish up our pasture fencing. And I tried to get in here the other day and drill these holes, but I got the tractor stuck. So me and Rebecca came out here yesterday and we drilled these. We got 3 holes right here at the base of the dam, and we drilled those with a 2-man post hole digger. And today we're trying to set these posts down here at the bottom. They're going to be boss posts. They're going to try to hold the fence down, so we're trying to keep them from these posts from lifting out of the ground with the force of the fence. So what we're doing is, one, I'm putting a board on the side of the post to make it bigger at the bottom, and then I'm hollowing out the hole at the bottom so that it's more bell shaped and bigger at the bottom, and then we're putting concrete in there to help hold the post down in the ground. Now this first one I did, I don't feel like the hole was big enough. The auger on the 2-man post hole digger is only an 8-inch diameter, so it's an inch smaller than the one on the tractor. And really, to put concrete in there, you're going to want at least, probably 3 inches of concrete around the edge. So I've made this middle one bigger, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the exact same thing with it, but I'm also going to put a bunch of nails in the bottom of the post sticking out to kind of work as something to connect the post to the concrete, almost like little pieces of rebar sticking out of the post, and that'll help bond the concrete and the post together. And this whole area is just extremely muddy, and these holes have filled full of water. So trying to combat that, making this one bigger did help get the water out when I dug out the rest of the dirt. But it is filling back up with water right now, so I need to go ahead and start getting this post in the ground and the next post, and get these 3 posts done. And then we're going to take the 2-man post hole digger, we're going to go up and start drilling holes down the side of the dam for our posts that are going to go on the side of the dam. So let me go ahead and get the rest of these posts done here, and then we'll move on to that. All right, we just got done putting our 3 posts in here at the bottom of the dam, and you can see where we ended up concreting them in. I did try to slope that up to the post to try to help make water run away from the post, and I didn't have enough concrete for the last one. So the last one did have enough concrete to cover up the nails and the board that we attached to the post, and then we just had to pack in the top with dirt. Now the nails that I'm using, they're pretty good size nails. So these are 6-inch long pole barn nails. So they're a pretty decent size nail to put in there, so they should help grip the concrete pretty good. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we gotta go grab the 2-man post hole digger. It's a motorized post hole digger, and we've got to build a brace coming down the hill, and then we probably got to put in at least 1 or 2 line posts on the side of the dam there. So we're gonna go grab that and get started. My new weight loss program, carrying fence posts. So we've got all our fence posts in now, and this whole area was so muddy that we ended up drilling every one of these with the 2-man post hole digger. And I've already got my double end brace. I've got that built at that end. So the next thing we're gonna do is gonna be here at the bottom of the dam. These 3 posts we've got set in concrete, but I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna build a brace. And the way we're gonna build that should help prevent those posts from pulling out of the ground as well. So let's go ahead and start building the brace at the base of the dam. So I've got the brace built here at the bottom of the dam. So let me explain how I built this to try to keep the fence from lifting this out of the ground. So the first thing I did is I put a brace wire on here in a figure 8 pattern, where the figure 8 is crossing over right on top of that center post. And you can see it's crossing over. It's got a staple to help hold those wires in place from not slipping off of that post. And this brace wire here is pulling down on this middle post. This one is probably the post that's going to have the most force on it, because this is where the fence is going to change from flat to going up the hill. So this one's probably going to have the most amount of force on it, and that should help hold that fence post down. And then I ended up putting brace wire on like you would an inline brace, from the outer post to the bottom of the middle post. So this is helping squeeze this together, keeping our braces in there, but it's also kind of X-bracing each side, tying them together. So really this post can't pull out of the ground unless this post pulls out of the ground. So it really kind of ties these posts together, where it almost has to lift 2 posts to be able to get them to move. So hopefully that makes this a little bit stronger, and hopefully these don't heave out of the ground with that fence lifting up. So now I just got to finish, I got to build that brace up there at the top of the dam, and then we'll be ready to stretch some fence. So we've got our fence braces built now, and I've went down the fence line with a weed eater, and I've kind of cleaned up all the weeds. I cleaned up all the saplings and everything that was trying to grow on the backside of the dam. So I think we've got a clear path to be able to stretch our fence. And there was a big pile of dirt that was right here in between a couple of these posts right here. I've had to take a shovel, and I've got that kind of all dug up and leveled out, where I think everything's ready. You know, it's all level now, so we can go ahead and stretch our fence. I'm gonna go ahead and break that into the next video. I'm gonna break this into 2 videos. It seems like there was a lot going on trying to get this all prepared to pull this fence. I think we've spent 4 or 5 days just doing everything so far on this stretch of fence. So when we were on the back side of the dam back there, putting those posts up on the upper brace, we put those posts in level. That was just the easiest way with a 2-man post hole digger for us to be able to just drill a nice plumb and level hole. And that's the way we ended up putting in the posts there. I know I've mentioned it previously on videos, but if you look at fencing guides from manufacturers or from like the Department of Agriculture and extension offices and stuff like that, most of them for agricultural fencing, livestock fencing, they'll tell you to put your posts in perpendicular to the ground. Well, if we would have put our posts in perpendicular to the ground on the backside of the dam, they'd been sitting at like a 30-degree angle, and I don't think there's any way we could have took that auger and drilled at a 30-degree angle. It was just more natural to put them in plumb. So I think there's more than one right way to put in a fence. I'm sure there's several wrong ways to put in a fence, but I think there's more than one way to put in your fence posts and put your fence out and make a good fence. And that's the way we ended up doing this section right here. And we'll come back in the next video, and we'll start stretching our bottom barbed wire, put in the rest of our T-posts that are going to go between these wooden posts, and then we'll start stretching that sheep and goat fence. And I'm really wondering how we're going to do this, to be honest with you, because if you draw a line from the post at that end to the one at that end over there, if we have that stretched nice and tight, it may be 10-12 feet above the ground in this area that we would have to pull down and attach to that brace right there. So it'll be interesting to see how stretching the fence and everything turns out for us. So that's what we'll be doing in the next video. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.